All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Big shout out to Chrislin69, just subbed during that introduction. But now we're going to put that on pause and get into this last match. It's the 2015 WCS Europe Qualifiers. It's the last spot available for Qualifier number 3. Everything's on the line as we go to the ace match. It's tied up 1-1. And just bringing the series back, spotting in the bottom right corner of the map, it's going to be the red Terran Happy.
The upper left as the blue Protoss, Naniwa.
Alright, Naniwa has played some really strong games so far, and even in the game he just lost, he still looked really ferocious. I gotta give so much credit to Happy that game. Like, intense scouting, good win of my choice, tearing Naniwa apart left and right is not a hard thing to, or is a very difficult thing to do, but he manages to pull it off.
Yep. Got him down to, what, I think 13 SCVs down from his own probe? Something like that. It
was pretty nasty. One of my shots never really got the God mode hits, but still, they was zoning him out, and he couldn't comfortably sit here. I mean, yeah. I think it's been a long time since we've seen Terran players really effectively be able to multi-drop Protoss or multi-attack. Usually between an overcharge and like either feedbacks or blink. We see it shut down, but Happy was able to make that work to his advantage quite well that game.
Yep. Pounced on the opportunity to counterattack after that, and it did go well for him. But don't think Dino was going to do something like that again. Like we were talking about, like the early pressure in regards to force field based all lanes, I guess we could call them. It doesn't really happen so much anymore. It's like Colossus or or something else completely, like Fast Oracle or Hidden Dark Shrine or any of those things. But Gateway all ins, Immortal all ins are once a series, if that.
Yeah. I like the Reaper. These spawn locations, again, whether it's Terran, Zerg, or Protoss, I mean, nobody comfortably takes a third base on this map. I think of all of our time casting it, we've seen like once when it went split map, but most of the time it's really scrappy stuff that ends in, at best case, most interestingly, a base trade.
Well, again, going with the engineering bay block off. He did this on Overgrowth, and Naniwa wasn't too greedy. He had his Zealot on the way. You see this coming, you just let the Zealot finish as opposed to canceling it, and it doesn't get up too far unless you're really cheeky like Happy is and keep on going back.
He keeps going back with this SCV that's almost dead, with 2 shots left in it. But the Mothership course on the way, the Zealot's going to come tear this down, and the Reaper might trade out a little bit, but if this is a mirror of that first game, then the Zealot's probably not going to die in SCV. Ooh, it's going to be the first thing to go down.
But still a big delay. Naniwa has to, maybe change plans just a little bit, just a tiny bit. Get your Reaper in there because you need to kind of bait out the militia core to defend the Zealots.
There's the exit strategy too. This spawn location. Wouldn't be able to pull this off on the other one. But the command center's down, and Happy is starting to get his production up. 3 racks is going to be more than enough to deal with anything Naniwa throws at him. The big thing too is with the Reaper did jump to the main. He got a pretty good scout. It didn't get to see the back area here, but it's a pretty good guess that it's not going to be a Stargate out of Naniwa, but most likely Blink.
Yeah. Again, we'll have to wait and see how many gateways Naniwa throws down. Just 2 in a robo, just 1 in a robo, or that 4 again that we saw on Overgrowth. Reaper didn't do that much, but it didn't send him behind that much either, apparently, as he did end up winning that game.
Yeah, I mean, for what happened on Overgrowth, too, if anyone's just tuning in and missed the first game, first off, watch it. It's pretty good. But secondly, a lot of mistakes are made out of Happy that I can't imagine he's going to repeat again. I mean, moments like going up that ramp and in that Colossus army, the Archon army, it's not something you repeat twice in a best of 3, that's for sure. But for Naniwa's sake, he's going to have to deal with Happy going for Stim pretty quick. Oftentimes, and, the 3 upgrades will give you a good idea of what's going on. Stim can be both defensive and offensive. That's kind of subjective to what goes on with the Marines. But, if it's concussor shells, he's going to be looking out for a couple of stalker kills. And if it is going to be a Stim, there are some select situations where we see... Oh, is that a wall? That is a wall. Where we see Terran players just dive through the overcharge, say, caution to the wind, and pick off as many probes as possible. But losing this Reaper... It hurts, but he got the scouting he needed. Getting back there and seeing the Twilight Council is a big deal.
Only hurt a little bit. I mean, I think he saw what he needed to see, and that it will be a macro-oriented Blink play. I didn't quite see the robo, and that would have definitely confirmed it, but it's not too hard to guess that. Played out of a bunker this game, just throw down 1, because there is going to be pressure. 3 gateways will still be 2 Stalker Warp-ins. They're good for the defense, along with the Militia Core Cannon, and of course they're going to be good for when you get Colossus, which is the next step. You're going to need Blink Stalkers anyways.
Well, Stalkers are going to get caught. Sadly, no concussor shell done yet. It's on the way, so Happy's not going to be able to quite kill these.
Interesting to see Marauder slow over combat shields.
Yeah, usually we see that come first, if anything, but perhaps hope to utilize this for some sort of defensive gain. Like if Naniwa decides to dedicate too close to a bunker, then he won't be able to escape. Or
it's true. It's actually a good move, honestly. You're going to be mostly depending on the bunkers, I suppose. So getting that slow in there is going to be very useful. Obviously, Naniwa, he has all 4 gases. He is going to be macroing up, but just the latest bit of pressure, if he can get it just 1 or 2 SCVs, it's always going to be worth it. Again, these Stalkers go into the mid and late game. These aren't, all in, no tech, blah, blah, blah. No, opposite.
Yeah, I mean, if Naniwa had slapped down like 9 gateways or something, you're like, okay, we know what this is for. But look at the pressure a bit, tries to blink away. There we go, barely gets it off. There's like concussive shells looking pretty nice though. But Happy not taking too much damage for this. I think like
nope.
an SCV died. Yeah.
Had good micro on the SCV, realizing that he's going to be the target.
Well, the Robo base starts up. We're going to have Colossus not too far behind this. And as you said, Blink is cool. It's got some purposes. It's no longer just the all-in build that Terran players cry because it's Polar Night, Heavy Rain. Like, those maps are long and gone, and Happy holds quite nicely. And Naniwa has not got no use for these Stalkers. As we go to the late game, they're going to accompany this Colossus quite nicely, picking off the Vikings. I mean, we've all seen the dance of TDP.
Yeah, we're pretty accustomed to it. Is he gonna? I don't know if these gateways are gonna be just simply for production. He's gonna go up to 7, or is he gonna attack with a 2 Colossus?
He's not going for forges with upgrades, so it might just be this 2 base all in. We'll see how fastly this gets chroned out with the extended thermal lance, but I mean, no forges. You understand, like 1 forge late, okay, use chrono boost to make up for that last time, but no forges still. It kind of feels like with the 4 gateways, it has to be that all in.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to put it, the best thing you can look for. Now, Happy, okay, it goes to the 3rd CC, so that's what I was going to wonder about first. Is he either on the 3rd CC or is he on 2 more barracks first? They come in a very even time, so it's not like a huge delay on either one, but, if he tries to actually get that 3rd, he might be a little bit spread out, so a couple of Zealots could definitely wreck that while he's dealing with the Colossus all-in that is coming. Will he have Vikings, or will he go for a lot of medevacs instead? What is he really going to see with his first poke?
Might see opportunity, actually. Stims in, yeah. The Colossus doesn't have extended thermal lance. He's going to dive through Stalkers, though. This is something that we didn't want to see him do before. But he is starting to tear through that line. The Colossus is helping a bit, but not being focused as late as it did means these Marauders and Marines all go down for nothing.
I don't know if that was worth it. I get the Mothership Core and a couple of Stalkers, but all of the army?
Yeah, that's 21
about
Marines,
to attack
6
you.
Marauders. If there was already like 5 bunkers down, sure, but you can't possibly build these in the time it takes this to walk across the map on Foxtrot Labs. Happy is going to have the toughest defense of his life, and he might even have to pull SCVs into this.
I think so. Definitely trying to repair those bunkers by time.
I like that pretty
Naniwa, he doesn't quite have the 2nd Colossus here, so I guess he's going to wait for that. Viking production has started. There's a decent location, off to the left on top of one of these blockers, maybe, that the Vikings can abuse, but nope, just straight into the Blink Stalkers.
He does manage to get a couple of the bunkers up, and they're repairing like crazy on top of this, but that 1 Colossus, the 2nd Colossus, they've got extended thermal lance. The difference is, though, as we see, without that weapon upgrade, like, they just don't hit that hard. It's the Marauders, the Stalkers that are going to be the executing blow in the bunker.
+1 did finish, but without any Vikings, unless he can get on top of the Colossus, his army will not stand.
He is trading out pretty decently, though, I must say. Like,
so far.
You look at the resources lost for Happy to have thrown so much away earlier. He's actually starting to catch up. He's doing a little bit better, in fact. 4 Vikings at a time. Once those are out, should be able to move into the Colossus a little more easily. And let's not forget just how good Marauders are versus Stalkers. If Naniwa's left with only Blink Stalkers, the Marauders should win, but that's a big if. SCVs are being pulled. This is getting panicked. He can't kill these last couple of Colossus, and in this qualifier match, I think Naniwa's about to bully himself into the qualifiers. I think we're going to see Naniwa in 2015.
Yeah, I believe that. There's no army. Like, what else is there? GG.
Congratulations, Naniwa. He'll place into the WCS system for Europe 2015. Takes that last qualifier slot.